Chat tales. Don't you wanna hear some chat tales? Do 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 do. Oh, sorry. Yes, what is happening? It is another CHAP tale. And what is this one all about? Okay. All right. Little story I just thought up that happened in my little nuts. And this one is all about a holiday I went on with my now wife, Angie. And just, have a listen. All right. So basically, in the early days of, well, when I say early days, first 5 years, maybe first 6, 7 years, maybe, before we was married, before we had kids, before there was even apples in our eyes, we just used to love going on holiday whenever we could get out of work or whatever, boom, straight on a plane somewhere in the world. Anyway, I grew up where the school I went to, William Ellis, every year they used to have these skiing trips, and I used to love it. I used to go every year. Like me and a few of my pals, we used to always go every year, but wherever they was going, France, Italy, Austria, can't even think there was anywhere else. We went to Italy quite a lot actually. But yeah, so skiing was like a thing that I just used to love. But also you got to remember at this time, the old minces had been found out, and they were starting to decline. Now, who's that girl, Ellie? Something amazing, downhill skier. Is it Ellie or is that a swimmer I'm thinking of? But there is an amazing blind girl that does downhill skiing, just unbelievable, like with someone skiing next to her, I suppose, just like tapping them on the way down, making sure, amazing. But I was losing my sight, but I didn't know how bad, and like in the beginning it was just at night. But anyway, so we booked this skiing trip because Angie'd never been and I just wanted to go with her. And I'd been to this place once before in Bulgaria, not far from the capital, Borovets. I think that was the place. So anyway, we went and had this skiing trip, and it was a lovely holiday, but things happened. I don't even know if I've done another episode on the old falling down the hill, bumping my head, but that was on this holiday as well. But this particular story that I'm about to tell you is about an excursion. Excursion king and queen. That was me and Angie. Yeah. So anyway, we're obviously in the beginning of the checking out everything that you can do. You know what I mean? We just wanted to do everything, like, and boom, seeing this excursion where you go and basically you hire out a Skidoo. Now that is just basically an electric skier. It's like a jet ski, but you ride it on a mountain for the snow instead of on the water. Yeah, so I see that and I thought, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, so I thought, we booked that. So basically booked it up, whatever. Went there on the day, and I think my eyes must have been feeling a bit shit that day, because, or maybe when we booked it, we had in mind that Angie was going to drive and I was going to be the passenger. Because, I mean, she drives a motor and that, but these Skidoos, they're quite beastly. So anyway, we get there and like basically you go out, it's just you. Well, I don't know, on another day they might have had a load more customers or whatever, but it was just basically me and Angie and two other fellas on another Skidoo, and you just follow them up a mountain, take some pictures and follow them back down a mountain. Anyway, so we get on this Skidoo, and Angie's like at the front, ready to drive and that, and then I'm on the back. We set off. We're going up this hill, and then Angie just stops the bike. She's like, I can't do this. I can't handle this thing. It's a beast. So I was like, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll drive, but you're going to have to put your head over my shoulder and just make sure you give me a little heads up if I'm going into anything or whatever. Now, the firm that we fired this Skidoo off ain't got a Danny that I can't really see, you know what I mean? But so we didn't say anything. We just thought I just thought we'd be all right. And so I've got into the driving position. She's behind me with her head over my shoulder, and these two fellas from the off, like that, because they're flipping proper good on these Skidoos, you know what I mean? Like, and they're getting angry that we're so slow, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I start off, going up the mountain. Angie's sort of giving me little heads up. I mean, in the daytime at this period, I could see a bit, obviously, but it was just like, if I don't know, if there was a tree log in the path or whatever, and I'd probably just take the Skidoo over the thing if Angie didn't like tell me what to do or whatever. And anyway, we're going up this mountain, and then we get to this section where it's a left turn, but it's like quite. It just looks like snow. It just looked. Do you know what I mean? There weren't no actual path or whatever. It's just like a big opening of snow. So she's like, they've gone left. So I went to go left, and the snow on the left, closer to the trees, was like very deep because it was the side of the mountain. You know what I mean? And as we drove onto this snow, boom! Obviously, the Skidoo being so heavy, we just gone whack and sunk into the snow, like, and we're just there, like, and we've jumped off this Skidoo, like, because we don't know if it's going to go toppling down some hill or something, but we've sort of got off to the side. And anyway, these two fellas have come back on their Skidoo, like, and they're like, "Wow, what's going on? What's going on?" We're like, "Hang about, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? We just knew you went left because you're so far in front of us. So we've gone left, but we've gone a bit too left, if you know what I mean, and gone into this deep snow, you know what I mean?" He's like, "Oh, okay." Anyway, the fella's jumped on this Skidoo that's like hanging off the side of the cliff, but in a big snow patch or whatever. But he's obviously like the dogs at driving these things, and he's like, he's flew straight back up onto the path, right? And then he's like, okay, we'll go slower, so you follow our exact trail, yeah? And we're like, all right, sweet. So we get back on the Skidoo, and then Angie's on the back and I'm on the front, and we carry on driving till we get to the top of this hill, and then we have to do like a left turn down a little hill into this big open area of snow or whatever, but you're at the top of the mountain, and the views are unbelievable. So we followed them down, whatever. We've got off, and then they're just sitting on their thing while we're there with our cameras taking loads of pictures and all that. Like, and then after a while, like, they're like, "Right, ready to go?" We're like, "Yeah, all right, sweet." So we jump back on the Skidoo, yeah, and then Angie's like it's not that bad of a hill, but you have to get up this little hill in between these two trees, like out onto the main slopey path bit, whatever, that we came up on. And like, I suppose you have to give it a bit of throttle to get up there, you know what I mean? But I'm a bit scared to give it too much throttle, because like when you get to the top, the path is, do you know what I mean? It's between the big rocky bit on the side and then this bit on the left. And I thought, if I whack it back too hard, then I go flying up there and I crash into the wall, and then they try and charge me $5,000 or whatever for a new Skidoo. Like, so like, it would, the two fellas were watching me with Ashley on the back try and get out this hill, and I was like, and then I was sliding all the way back down, and I've done it about, I don't know, 4 times. And the geezer's like, obviously realises he's got to rope me, you know what I mean? Like, so he's like, he comes over and like, he slides down the side of this path, whatever, and he's like, "All right, jump off." So Angie jumps off as well, because I don't think she wanted to be part of the the old act that he's about to do or whatever. But he jumps on it and like he makes it look easy, you know what I mean? Makes me look like a complete idiot. Like he's just like flies it up this thing, boom, it's all there. And then it's like me and Angie trying to get up this little hill to get back to the Skidoo, and like we're slipping and they're just looking at us thinking, English idiots. You know what I mean? And then we get back up the hill finally, jump back on this Skidoo and follow them back down the hill, and like they're getting a little bit faster, but I'm thinking to myself, I'm sticking as close to them and I'm following it, and every little left or right they do, I'm following them because I'm not getting stuck in some snow blizzard on the side of a mountain or whatever. But so we're going down the hill and then we get to the very bottom and that, and then we jump off the Skidoo and that, and we're like saying goodbye to these two fellas, like, and you could just tell they're looking at me and they're just thinking, you idiot, you know what I mean? But I done my best, you know what I mean? But to tell you the truth, if Angie would have had to do all of that, like, I'm not like any muscle man or whatever at all one bit, but I'm obviously got a little bit more power than a lady, you know what I mean? And like I struggled. It was just like a big badger driving a badger up a hill. It's like holding the badger's teeth. It's just mental, mate. But I suppose it's an experience that you have to get under the belt. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah. So I'm just saying, it's just like hard work driving a Skidoo, unless you're a Bulgarian, and then it's easy. But yeah, it was an experience. Let's put it that way. Okay, well, thanks for listening and that, and I hope you all are very, very brilliant, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.
CHAP tales, don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales?